Hey, you guys, it's your favorite little keto goofball diamond, and today marks 2,120 days of my ketogenic journey of trying everything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. We're going to get into where I've been the last couple days, and we're going to talk all about it. And don't worry, it shouldn't be any yawning tonight. All right, y'all. It's time to rant, rave, and misbehave, Keto Diamond style. Alright, so I'm back again. But the truth is, I haven't been gone. You just couldn't tell it. I was kind of ghosted, but not really. You see, 2 days ago, I was going to film a video, but I was in a weird spot where silence was a virtue, and I needed to be quiet. And then last night, I recorded a video, but it was a yawn fest. I mean, I'm not even kidding. If you guys woke up this morning and watched that video, you'd be mad as hell at me because you'd be yawning all day. So, I deleted it. And we're going to talk all about where I've been and everything. So, okay. Mini Cooper's still in the shop. Found another leak. Probably the original leak. Hard to say for sure. Thing is, they thought it was coming from the water hoses. Well, eventually they thought it was coming from the water hoses. And now we know it's the water hose housing. I said it right the first time. So, yeah. Price tag doubled. But maybe it'll be fixed tomorrow. Maybe. He did take me back and show me everything. And I'm like, oh, can it just be simple? He said, no. And I was like, I know, but lie to me, damn it. But anyway. Maybe one of these days I'll get to drive it again. Who knows? It is legal, though. They did do an inspection. I did take it and get my tags. So that part's covered. That was the worrisome part. I mean, the water leak was a worrisome part too. But, you know, I kept putting water in it. We've been fine forever, right? Don't ask your husbands. You don't want the answer. All right, you guys. So, I mean, I don't even know what time it is, but I know it's like after midnight. I only know that because at 11:30 we were sitting in a Wendy's parking lot eating. Got starved today. But keto was all the way today. There was no ands, ifs, or buts about it. It was all keto. I will be pissed if I don't weigh less tomorrow. All right, so I relatively kept it keto, but a couple days ago, my husband says, pack a bag. I want to go out of town for a couple days. I was like, okay, packed. Let's go. Just kind of wanted to go basically driving and look around and stay in a room or two. We started off heading towards Charleston. We made this gigantic C and ended up on the North Carolina coast instead. We thought we'd go see some lighthouses. I've planned that 2 or 3 times. Kind of. Not really. Not good enough. So, like, we're on Carolina Beach. I type in closest lighthouse. Well, first of all, everything down there is named Lighthouse. Lighthouse Bar and Grill, Lighthouse Beer and Wine, Lighthouse. Like, okay. How about a real one? They're all, they I don't know what's wrong with my Google, but it says 12 miles away. Maybe that's through the ocean. But it was like an hour and a half drive. So we took off on an hour and a half drive. Ended up getting on a ferry. Problem is we got on the wrong ferry. And it took us right back to where we started after an hour and a half drive. It's like, well, damn. Okay, next lighthouse. Somehow, now look, it takes us 4 hours if we drive straight from our house to the coast, which is about the middle of North Carolina. But somehow, one of these lighthouses close by managed to be over a 4-hour trip, which we did not take. The first night when we got down there, we actually didn't get down there and into a room until like 10:30, 11 o'clock. We had booked it with Priceline, and the guy was very in a hurry to go. I don't know if he was trying to play video games or what he was doing, but it was that, yeah. So my husband had me ask certain questions because he likes a certain ambiance. I mean, who doesn't? But I don't care. I'm not, that doesn't affect me. But I like a bathtub. This place did not have either. But anyway, the guy at Priceline, my husband's like, does it have a balcony? Is it on the beach? He said, yeah, beach. Yeah, there's balconies. Okay, book us. So we booked 2 nights. God, my husband did not even want to go in this building because, first of all, it was not on the coast, or directly on. He likes it when you can open a 2nd floor balcony or 3rd, 4th floor balcony. I don't. It makes me nauseous. But anyway, he likes it, and you just have the ocean breeze flow in, and you can hear the ocean. I'm not an ocean man. I mean, it's pretty and all, but it's also sandy. So anyway, he didn't want to go in this place when he figured out where it was. And then it's cute, it's quaint. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. If you're looking for just a little room with a bed and breakfast kind of vibe, there's nothing wrong with this little room. Although it was really, really little. I mean, a queen size bed was in there, a couple nightstands, a kind of table that folded away and into each itself, like a tiny home kind of table. Had a TV. Roku. I do like that it had phone ports, actual phone ports, USB and C ports. Most hotels you're struggling to find a place to plug something in, and then you have to unplug the lamp or something just to plug that in. So and most hotels don't have lights anymore. They don't want to put the light in the center of the room. No, you just got this little cheap ass lamp over there in the corner that, well, you ain't gonna be able to find half your crap when you leave because you can't see. But hey, whatever. Well, anyway, it was a tiny, tiny room. And there was a pamphlet there. Now, it had some nice features. Again, nothing wrong with this place if this is what you're looking for. It's actually quite quaint. But, it had some features. Some pretty good features. Like, downstairs, we have on first come, first served basis all these toys and gadgets you could take down to the beach with you. If you should choose. They didn't have a pool, but their sister hotel had a pool, and you were free to use it. So that was nice, although I don't know where that was. Could have been 10 block, could have been next door. Don't know, but it was on a different road. Although, lots of small roads there, right? So, good features. All of them had a private bathroom. I've never stayed in a hotel with a private bathroom, but I do hear bed and breakfast don't always have them. Now, this was the Carolina Beach Inn. Again, quaint, cute, nothing wrong with it. Owners were fantastic, but the room was small. That's not what we had asked Priceline about. So like as soon as we got in there, I texted the owners like, okay, so we were lied to, and they're like, we're so sorry, we didn't lie to you. It's not on our pamphlets. It's not on our website, and it's not. They never say they're on the beach. They never say they have balconies. Certain rooms have balconies because some do. The ones we were on did not. In fact, it had a window about this big that opened. Okay, about this big that opened a little bit. And I had to open it because there was a bee flying around in there, and I didn't really want to kill the fella. He died anyway, but I tried. And at 300 pounds, I would not have been getting in that shower, only because it was this big. And this big, and I wouldn't recommend it if you're super large because you might be a little uncomfortable. I would have been. That's the only reason I say that. It had the old wooden floors that creaked. Not too bad. You didn't hear people too much. But it did have quiet time where I was going to record when I got there and realized we were there past quiet time. And from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m., it's recommended that you're as quiet as possible. Well, my husband's deaf. The TV's going to be loud. It don't matter where I'm at. But I was trying to be quiet. And I also had another snafu that night. So we were sitting in the room. Well, he had already fallen asleep. We got there, like I said, pretty late. And I realized I didn't take my fluid pills, which I did have with me in my suitcase in the car. Down there in the dark by myself in a strange town on a strange street in the dark. I think I'll just be safe to stay here. Of course, I got a little bit of a water weight jump, probably, because I couldn't wait the next morning because we were in town. Well, again, the owners were kind enough to offer us a refund for the second night, and we vacated pretty early, probably about 9 o'clock that morning, 8:30, 9 o'clock. So we were going to rent another room, but after trying to find lighthouses and getting kind of hot and sticky and bored, hubby's like, you want to just go home? Like, yeah, I don't like the beach. I don't like getting out in the sand. I don't like putting my feet down and instantly getting sandy. I don't know nothing. I don't like the sand. A lot of people like it, and that is just fine with me. I totally get it. It's a beautiful place, but it's dirty. I don't like it. It is hot, and heaven forbid your bare foot touches some white sand. It's like stepping on hot coals. Plus, if you even get wet in the ocean, salt and sand get between your ass crack. I'm just not having it. Plus, we're a little older. We don't really go down there to swim. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that there's many people here that are much older than us that like the ocean and like to swim. Don't get me wrong. I understand. It's just not our cup of tea, especially mine. Well, it's okay though. You know, when he wants to do something, I'm there for it. I want to be supportive, even if it's not something I totally care for. But we ended up doing something I really love, and that was thrifting. They had a couple little great places down there, like little thrift stores. Definitely resale prices though. Like, you know, they bought it to resale. So nothing wrong with that. It's just not what I was after. I was after stuff cheap enough to buy to resale. So, you know, what they're doing. But a couple cute places. Now, we did go to a couple Goodwills there. Some prices just floor me. Sometimes they're exceedingly ridiculous. But theirs weren't too bad. I got a massive rolling suitcase that rolls in all directions. I looked it up later. Well, Corey did. It's like a $205 suitcase for $3.99. I got one here a couple weeks ago, much smaller than that, for $12. And that was kind of because it was raggy. They had $20 ones that were just slightly less raggy. So that was kind of just, but you know, whatever. So that's where we were, and we did head home. We got home last night. I started going through things that we had bought because we spent $300 on stuff, but it was cool because we got that money back, and plus we had some trailer hitch stuff we could take back because we bought the van. So we had the money to spend at the time and buy some new stuff. Asheboro's Goodwill is phenomenal. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. It's only like an hour from here. Not Asheville, Asheboro. Yeah, Asheboro. Where the zoo is, not where the Biltmore is. In case you're from North Carolina, you know. Asheville and Asheboro, they confuse me. But I do know the difference. Anyway, the one where the zoo is has a phenomenal Goodwill. And we spent $200 in that store. And that's something I do not do. But they had so many great things, and some of them, not all of them, because I've got so much to go through. A lot of it's going on eBay. My husband has eBay too. He's doing primary toys on his. I'm doing most of the glassware, jewelry boxes, that kind of thing. More adulty things. But these Squishmallows, these gonna be the death of me. I didn't get it. Okay, that's not a Squishmallow. That's just a big ass pillow that feels like a Squishmallow. These are Squishmallows. I didn't get it. I don't get the thing about it because you buy them at Walmart. Now apparently they go out in and out of which ones are made. Or some are rare and whatever. But I love them. They're amazing. They're soft. All pillows should be made out of whatever the hell's in a Squishmallow. Period. That pillow is. I'm not a big fan of the whole penguin thing. They're cute. I like them fine. But it's more, Christmassy vibe. But that's a whole ass pillow. It is soft. That's mine. These here, I bought them to sell. I don't want them. I like them. That big and back yonder, he was $1. The middle one, he was $3.99. The little one was $5.99. But I still bought them because I like them. I'm going to sell some of them. That one not going nowhere. Very, very super soft. Just stays. These things, you could throw in the floor and just let children jump on them. They would be so happy. I never got it before, but now that we have some, I'm like, we don't have to sell these, do we? Can we just keep them forever and ever and ever? I don't know what you do. Does anybody know how to wash a Squishmallow? Because that's going to be the thing. You can spritz them down. You can make them smell better. You can put some disinfectant on them. Or like spritz some disinfectant on them. There's a piece of hair on my boob. It's irritating. Anyway, I don't know how to clean them. I need to look that up. But, again, we got home late last night. But I was still filming. I actually did film. But I yawned so much. Somebody asked me the other day, can't you just edit the yawning out? Yeah, if I want to spend 3 days on editing, and I don't. Y'all know this. I'm a lazy YouTuber. I split some of the stuff. I cut it off, paste it into the spot, and turn it back on. But I don't do a whole lot of editing because it takes a long time. And especially now, here lately, I haven't been doing daily videos. But when you're doing daily videos, it already takes you about 3 hours from start to finish anyway. And you make, I mean, at the most I've ever made was like $350 in a month. But that's daily filming, and that was daily filming of everything. Literally like filming trips, literally, we're gonna get stuck on that word. But like filming trips, filming everything I ate every single day. Adding in Goodwill hauls. Of course, that was before the reselling thing. But that 2 or 3 videos in a day was $350 a month. It takes too much time to do a whole lot of editing. And bless the hearts of the people that can do it. Y'all got it going on. I ain't got that kind of time. Today, I painted my nails twice. And they're still not painted. You know why? Because every time I put the nail polish on, I got up and did something and messed them up. And I just couldn't sit here long enough for them to dry. So I finally just took the damn polish off. I think I'm going to go with clear. If I mess that up, you can't tell it is good. You know, I might go back with pink because I did pink on my toes. But my toes don't have to pick stuff up or pull down my pants to pee. So anyway, last night's yawning video was deleted because I couldn't put y'all through that. So again, mostly keto. Had that day where I didn't get the fluid pill, which shoots my weight up. I'm gonna go ahead and share the last weigh-in you've seen and this morning's weigh-in. Again, that's with the fluid pill thing. I think I got 2 or 3 pounds from it. I don't really remember, but there's been times I've gotten 7 to 9. So we're just gonna count a blessing on the 2 to 3 and leave it at that. But today was 100% keto. I did great. I am proud of me. Usually here lately, even if it is keto, even if I didn't have a taco or not a burrito, even if I didn't have one of those, and again, I'm doing the burritos a lot because they're really, really cheap and fast and easy and filling, but not something I necessarily want to do. So here lately, if it wasn't a burrito, it's been a handful of fries or something out of my husband's bag. So today, none of that. I was a good girl. If I don't go down, I'm gonna be pissed. So that's my first really, really good solid day in a week or 2, I guess. You know, where there was nothing but keto. So, and there wasn't any keto snacks. None of that today. Didn't have any, didn't buy any. Did go to Walmart, thought about it, left them on the shelf. Well, didn't go to the aisle, so therefore they got left on the shelf, because if I went to the aisle, probably would have got them, but I didn't. So today, I'm proud of me. I did well. So let's just go ahead and check out where we sit, which is not where I want to sit because it's just all uphill. And now I have to fight to get back downstairs, and not down there stairs. I gotta fight to get back to the right place. Here we go. 182.6. I got fatter. Stupid keto cereal in the middle of the night. All right, we finally rolled into town back home. I got a double whopper with cheese, add bacon, and I'm hungry. All right, it's kind of late at night. I'm starving. A salad, ham, cheese, lettuce, ranch, pork skins for crunch, and a couple tomatoes. 184.8. It is Thursday morning. All right, so a little bit up, actually quite a bit. So I think that's the most I've weighed in 3 or 4 years. That's a lot here lately. and I'm ready to go in the other direction. I've been ready to go in the other direction for a hot minute. You guys know that. I just haven't managed, but I'm gonna manage now because we sneaking up on that 2000 thing there. We fought really hard to get away from that sumbitch, so we gonna work on it and not go that way. I just have to convince myself that it's not. I mean, it's all or nothing, at least for a little while. It's not that you can never have another burrito. It's that you don't need to every other day. It's that you can have one once a month or so, and that should be fine. But lately, it's not been fine, and I've got to get myself back on track. I like being in ketosis. I like the way it feels. I like the way my body feels. I like the weight loss. I like all of it. It's good, pure health. And for those of you who don't think other stuff that I talk about in my videos have anything to do with keto, you'd be wrong. Every single thing in my life actually has to do with keto and hinged on keto, because I would be dead. I'm not kidding. My weight, my health issues was going to take me off the board entirely. I would have been dead. So buying Squishmallows, keto did affect that. Buying a van, keto did affect that. Cleaning the house, keto did affect that. Wearing clothes, keto affected that. Not being in a ground grave rotting, keto did affect that. So every step I take in my life is due to keto. And where people might not realize it, it is still the truth, because I'm only here because I found it. I seriously couldn't walk across a parking lot without holding my chest and heaving. I was dying. So everything I talk about, the fact that I am speaking and breathing in front of you, is due to keto, is keto related, period. So, you know, even if I go off track completely, even if I talk about something completely nothing to do with keto, it's still based on keto, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to do it, period. So just to clear that up for anybody who's new here, everything I do is because of keto now, because I couldn't have before, even if it doesn't seem like it relates. The fact that I could have gotten a job, that I did get a job, that I did work 12-hour shifts, keto, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to. The fact that we go to the mountains or go to the beach, keto, because I wouldn't be here to do it. That I have a new grandbaby that I get to hug, hold, squeeze, and cuddle, keto, because I wouldn't have been able to do it. So it's all keto related, even if you don't kind of get it. That being said, it's also my channel. I get to select what gets talked about. I don't even talk. You know what? I don't even pick what gets talked about. I start running my mouth and that's what flies out, and that's just how it works. Anyway, so this is me. This is my channel. This is how I go about things. And how you do things, that's up to you. But everything in my life hinged on keto, at least at one time. And it still does, because if I F up and go back the other way too much, I would still have the same consequence. And hell, I can get hit by a plane. I don't know. It could fall out of the sky on my head. Hope not. But because I'm alive, it's all related to keto. Because I wouldn't have been alive. And I can't stress that enough. I was dying. I would not be alive. And because of that, everything I do keto related is free. If you ask me a question, I don't counsel people for money. I don't charge for these food lists or anything like that, because it saved my life and it's important. That's kind of my little way of paying my tithes a little bit, giving back a little bit, because it saved my life. I know that it can save other people's lives, their limbs, their health, their finances, if you don't have to buy 1,000,000,001 drugs all the time. So everything I do is keto related, is free. The channel is monetized, but only because it can be like that. So, but if it was something I had to directly charge people for, wouldn't do it. Donations are fine, you know, people helping out's fine. But as far as all of that, because it's so important, everything I do keto related is free. And I enjoy it too. It also makes me feel good. It makes me happy. And talking to you guys makes me feel good and makes me happy. So all that being said, if you need help with your ketogenic journey, my contact information is below. Boy, I segued into that one real good by accident. But all my contact information is below. I also have a website, KetoDiamond.com, all written out plain, simple, free, easy, nothing to sign up for, nothing to join. So go read. There's a full foods list. Everything's just, I'm itchy. Something bit me. Everything's just sitting right there for your interests. If you need help, I'm here. It might be a little slow, but I'm here. All right, so here's to getting on track for me, and here's to getting on track or staying on track for you, and here's to whatever's going on in your life. All right, yes, so soon I'm going to be doing a video, probably on this channel, of some of the stuff I've got. I used to do Goodwill hauls on here all the time, and people loved them just fine. So it probably will end up on the other channel eventually, but right now I want to share it with you guys. That might be some new people, might not be, but I want to share it here too. Probably not all of it. I get that would be a little overwhelming, but for the time being, it'll be all right. All right, you guys. Much love, many prayers. Night, y'all.